Instrumentals.
Obviously, you know who it is. Your boy AJRTM back again. Obviously, before we start, I gotta start with one thing. Real sorry there's been no content out. Obviously, equipment broke, wasn't able to film, wasn't able to edit. That's just a long story short. But obviously, we're gonna get into what's happened with Chelsea in the past month, fam. We started off the season average, meaning like okay, wasn't good, wasn't shit, wasn't overly brilliant, but we started off okay. Obviously, we didn't start the season the greatest. I'm not really gonna go into each game in depth, but I'm gonna touch on every game so far. Let's give a general synopsis of things. First game, Man United away at Old Trafford, fam. Alright, we lost 4-0. We held corn, we got battered. Fair enough. But it wasn't a 4-0 game. We lost 4-0 first game. Good positives in there. A couple players like Mason Mount coming through, playing well in that game. Tammy Abraham hit the post, unlucky not to score. But yeah, we were just overall unlucky in that game. You watched it, so you know what happened. Second game now, Liverpool in the Super Cup. And obviously, it went to penalties. We got unlucky, but it's the same thing every time. We have our chances, we don't take them. What happens when you have a chance and you don't take them? You don't score goals. If you don't score goals, you don't win games. That's our problem. So in that game, yeah, we created lots of chances like I just said, but it was just like when we needed to put them away, just didn't put them away, and then Liverpool scored, got back into the game, so on and so forth. 2 offside goals. It all just went against us in that game. Then we had our first home game of the season against Leicester City. They come Stamford Bridge. Obviously, Mason Mount scored really early on. We're looking lively, creating chances, you know, the rest of it. When it gets to about second half, Leicester applying pressure, bare pressure, and it wasn't even just like pressure to try and break us down, pressure to try and win the game, and we're just trying to sit back and soak it up. We're not really doing anything. They're coming at us, and I said to myself, they're gonna score, you know. And when they scored, I'm thinking they're gonna try settle for the draw. But nah, they say, you know what? Forget this. We're going for the win here. And unfortunately for them, Maddison missed a key chance, and we didn't lose a game because we lost the same game last season. And we haven't beat Leicester in a while. They're kind of like one of our bugbear teams right now. But people were picking out players like Azpilicueta and Zuma. That's when it started to really come to fruition. Like, all right, Zuma got picked out the first game against United. He didn't really have a good game in that game. He played better against Liverpool. Then he played kind of terrible against Leicester, where he gave away the chance for the goal. Like, the player, indeed, got in between him and Azpilicueta. Like, I'm thinking to myself, if there's 2 man on you, if there's 2 man on a man, then one of you must be able to like get the ball and clear it. But he got right in between them and scored for the equaliser. Then, as you know, we got 3 strikers: Abraham, Batshuayi, and Giroud. So against Liverpool, Giroud started, but then Lampard has been consistent with Abraham. He's been playing loads more. Then we played against Norwich, he banged 2, and obviously we won the game 3-2. But again, it was defensive faulties that let us down. And this defensive faulties has been letting us down all so far this season. Like, we create chances, we score a couple goals, but when it comes to defending, we're just utterly poor, and we give away so many stupid goals. It makes our keeper look bad. Now, keeper's meant to be one of the greatest, but when he's conceding every week and can't keep a clean sheet, what are you supposed to think? So then we played Sheffield United last week. You'd think we're winning 2-0, coasting home, we're gonna win the game. But no, this is Chelsea, and as I've said, we have our defensive problems and we give away stupid goals. So we're winning 2-0. Tammy Abraham scored twice. We're thinking, yay, we're gonna win a game. But Sheffield United come back straight after the second half and they score. And then they keep trying to score, and they keep getting forward, and they keep trying until, in more or less the dynamics of the game, they put a cross in, Kurt Zouma gets unlucky, and they score. I don't think Kurt Zouma was even great in that game, because him, like David Luiz, did lots of times, and particularly in the pre-season game, he's letting man run across him, peel off him, like he's peeling an orange back, just like rip. You get me? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not really great, it's not ideal, but I think maybe Kurt Zouma should be dropped, but who should come in? I think maybe Tomori and Christensen together, because Zouma, he's a good player, well, he was good for the past 2 seasons at Stoke and Everton, and he was good when he was with us 15, 16. But right now he's looking a bit suspect. I think we could do with some time out, and we could try another player in tomorrow who can come in and see how he does, and then we'll see who's really ready for the starting spot alongside Christensen. But now I'm gonna go through the players, not in depth, but I'm just gonna touch on each and every player. So Kepa, number one keeper for Chelsea, supposed to be one of the best in the world, but this season he's been made to look average because he's conceding stupid goals. Not all of it are his fault, but it's having an effect on him because he's the one that's letting them in. But really, it's more the defence's fault, not his. So you can't really fault him for that. Willy Caballero, can't say nothing, he ain't played the game. Then we got Antonio Rudiger. He's been out for 5 months. We need him back ASAP. And then we also have Marcos Alonso, who, to be honest, I haven't really seen him play this season, but we know that he's kind of dead. Well, I think he's dead personally, like, you get me? Self-explanatory why he's not playing. Then we've got Christensen, probably our best defender that's playing right now. I think if he wasn't there, he'd probably be a lot worse. Azpilicueta, he's getting sauced like Ivanovic, did him 15, 16. Like, everyone's just targeting him, kind of see him as a weakness in the team, and he can't really handle players running at him with pace and whatnot. Then we've got Emerson, our best left back at the moment, but personally I think he's average and we can get better, and we will get better. But some people seem to think, oh, he's good, he's this, he's that, whereas his crossing is not the best. I think it's terrible, to be quite honest with you. It's always going over people, never finding the right target, but he's good at getting forward and getting back, better than Alonso, which explains why he's playing and Alonso isn't. Then we got Kurt Zouma, who, like I said, he was good before, but this season he seems to be like, I can't explain, like he seems to think defending is like a strip club with a no touch policy. Like, he doesn't want to get stuck in, he doesn't want to get in front of people, he doesn't want to touch people, he just wants to just put his hands back and let people run past him and let people jump past him and whatnot and what have you. Reece James, I want him to come back as soon as possible, but when he comes back, he's going to need time to bed in and settle in, and I think Azpilicueta will be the one that comes out of the team because he's not looking great at the moment, and 2 of his hometown clubs in Real Sociedad and Atletico Bilbao are looking at taking him as soon as possible. Tomori, he's alright. He's another upcoming defender. I think he was at fault for one of the goals against Liverpool, so I did knock him a bit for that. But he has barely played for us, so I'd like to see him play a bit more, and I'd like to see him take Zouma out of the team, potentially against Wolves, and him play instead of Zouma. Jorginho. Well, it's just saga really. Personally, I don't rate him. Yeah, he repeats good passes. He can pass the ball. He's a passing merchant, but defensively he's not the best. We can get better players than him. We could have other people playing instead of him. Well, not at the moment, but when other players come back, such as Loftus-Cheek. But people seem to be persisting. Well, not people. I think it's more the club saying to Lampard, right, we spent this much on Jorginho, he needs to play. It's more like, I think Lampard's been instructed to persist and play Jorginho than Lampard saying, right, he's in my plans, because if it weren't for Sarri coming last season, then we wouldn't have bought him, innit? It's as simple as that. Like, I don't see us as a club going out of our way to buy a player like Jorginho. Like, I'd have rather kept Fabregas and Jorginho. I'm not even taking a mick. Fabregas is a better all-round player than he is, but people seem to think he's the sort of saviour or God's son, as it were, but I don't really rate him, to be honest. And if it was down to me, I'd cash in and get rid of him. Then we also have Kante, who's a pending Chelsea legend. He's basically one already, because when he leaves, he's going to be one anyway. But he's our best player. Like, if you watched him against Liverpool, running riot, running around, going forward, going back, considering he was apparently injured. The way he was playing in that game, you'd have never thought he had no injury. But I think he's not just a defensive midfielder. He can play a variety of positions. Whoever thinks that he's just a defensive midfielder, watch the Liverpool game and get back to me, because he definitely isn't just a defensive midfielder. And if you think that, you're a clown. Then we got Barkley. To be honest, he's washed up. I thought he'd be keeping his place over Mason Mount, but Mason Mount's coming and taking his place. I've always liked Barkley from Everton, but if it's not happening now, when's it ever going to happen? So I think he needs to shape up or get out, and he's not going to shape up, so more than likely he's going to have to get out. Kovacic, he's looking better under Lampard. He's gone forward more, but I want to see him score a goal. It's not rocket science. Just have a shot, and eventually you will score a goal. It's not rocket science. You're not a goalkeeper. You meant to score at least 1 or 2 goals. Score a goal. Ruben lost his shape. Can't wait till he comes back. Him and Kante, they were the real driving forces in our midfield. And I think them together, driving forward, will prove problems for other teams. So I want him to come back a shot and get into the starting 11. Then we got Mason Mount. Mason Mount, the guy. One of our best attacking threats so far this season. He's come in, he's taken Barkley's place. He's better than Barkley, full stop. Like, he's my favourite player right now, to be quite honest with you. Like, he's the one that wants to get forward, have a goal, have a shot, take man on, dribble past man. There's no one else in our midfield that's really doing that. Probably Kante as well, and Kovacic a little bit, but he's the best attacking midfielder we got in our team. I'm grateful we have him, and I want him to keep playing and keep starting and keep causing these problems. Then we got Pedro. I think Pedro's really... he's been playing well this season. He's been our best outlet on that side. I thought it'd be Willian taking his place because he only got the number 10, even though we don't deserve it. We'll get to that in a minute. But obviously, Pedro has been doing his thing, hasn't it? Like, he's been getting forward, been trying to make things happen. That's what I like to see. Then we got Callum Hudson-Odoi. Ridiculous potential. Potential to be the new Hazard. But that's going to take time. At the moment, he's injured, which is unfortunate. So Pulisic playing on that side. I'm going to get to Pulisic in a minute, but I think Hudson-Odoi coming back really gives us a boost going forward, because he's a player that likes to cut in, shoot, dribble, and take man on. And we really need that. Olivier Giroud. He played well against Liverpool. Scored a goal. But ever since then, he's barely played. I'm not even sure if he's played. But Abraham's been the one leading the line, as you know. Effectively now, our second choice striker. Which is unfortunate for him, because there's rumours surfing that he wants to go to the MLS to play in maybe a year or two's time. He said he doesn't know, but we'll soon see. Then we have Willian, who I think has been terrible the past couple of months / year or two. He hasn't been great. He gets forward, he does a little burst of sprint, then he doesn't do nothing. He loses his head when he gets to the final third. It's like someone's killed his brain cells and he don't know what to do. He just doesn't work hard enough. It's like, he's got the number 10, but he obviously don't deserve it. If it was down to me, I would have gave it to him. But you can see why Pedro's keeping him out of the team right now. But another thing, the only reason why I think he's got number 10 is so that the club make him seem like a very important player, so that when we potentially go to sell him next summer, he's seen as a valuable player. But I can't think of another reason. If you could think of another reason, please let me know. Then we got Michy Batshuayi, who we all know is a good finisher, a poacher, scores goals. But his work rate is not always the greatest, as we've seen. We know that he can get you a goal, but it's nice to have a striker that works hard. Michy Batshuayi doesn't work hard, but he scores goals, and we need players that score goals. So I'm baffled as to why Lampard is reluctant to play him. He's there playing with the development team, scoring against Liverpool's development squad in an empty stadium. Like, he didn't really come back to Chelsea to play in the development team in an empty stadium, did he? I don't think he did, and I don't think he would have wanted to have done that either. So I'd like to see him get some more minutes. Then we got Tammy Abraham, another striker who's been on the books for Chelsea for a few years. But at the moment, believe it or not, he's in the running for the Golden Boot. Four goals in 2 games. Not bad at all. But what we've got to realise is he's playing newly promoted championship sides. People seem to forget that. I was thinking to myself, maybe the curse of number 9 has been broken, but there's tougher tests to come. Let's see how he performs against Man United, Man City, Tottenham, Arsenal, Liverpool. Let's see how he performs against the so-called big boys. Then we can judge him. You can't judge him scoring poacher goals against Norwich and Sheffield United, teams that he played against last season, because it doesn't really show anything in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, he's scoring goals, so long way to continue, but we're going to have to wait and see if he can do it in the big games. Then finally we got Christian Pulisic, who was really hyped up. Even I hyped him up. He's hit the ground, but he hasn't hit it running. Like, you see him come in, like, he's trying to make things happen. He's trying to dribble past man, but like I said, he's hit the ground, but he hasn't hit it running. Like, he's got 2 assists so far, hasn't scored a goal, and what I worry is that if worst case scenario, he doesn't score a goal coming to September, man are gonna jump on his back. Oh, he's dead, he's crap. You get what I'm saying? So I like to see him score a goal ASAP. He scored a good goal against Liverpool, but it was offside, so it didn't count. Still a good goal, go watch it. He scored twice in pre-season, max pre-season, no one cares, but now's the real stuff. Premier League, physical, gotta get it going. He hasn't really got it going. I hope to see him get it going, because I loved him as a new Hazard, so did other people, but what other choice did we have? We couldn't sign nobody, so we could only big up what we've got, you know what I'm saying? Like, it remains to be seen what he will do, but he's only 20, so I think he will come good, but we just gotta wait and see. End of the day, it's a new manager, Lampard just come in. He's semi-struggling, but we gotta stick with it. Most fans wish for it. Like the old saying says, be careful what you wish for. It could come back to bite you, but nevertheless, we gotta stick with it. Lampard's come in. New head coach, unfortunately, not manager, but he's come in. He's trying to implement his new style. We don't quite know what it is yet. He's trying to work with his players, you know, the rest, but we've got to stick with it. But sorry there's been no content out for the past 3 weeks. Like I said, there was technical difficulties, but we back now. And the Wolves preview will be out at some point next week. I'll be at that game for free, luckily. Might go catch an interview on one of the fan channels at the end of the game, but I'll be at that game. And I don't want to get into that right now, but that's just, this video is just a mini August review. I won't be doing these every month because I'll be doing it game by game, but I only did it because I've been away for 3 weeks. But yeah, Wolves preview will be out next week. I'll go into depth about that game then, but it's AJRTM, little Chelsea review. Make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe. We've got other content on the channel not relating to football. Go check it out, I'm sure you'll like it. But yeah, turn your bells on when you subscribe. Keep the support coming. We've got loads of content coming up. Peace out, y'all.